It's all over the tabloids, it's all over social media. Meghan Markle and the video. She posted this yesterday. There you go, folks. She's twerking in the labour room before giving birth to Lilibet, she just turned 4, actually. The little girl was just 4 yesterday. She wasn't. So, safe to say this video has provoked quite a reaction, hasn't it?
Alex, let's have a look at the Daily Star, shall we? And this is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry dancing or twerking in the maternity suite. God. It's gone viral, hasn't it?
It's insufferable. Listen, I don't have a hate for them. I don't hate them, right? What I'm sick to death of is them talking about privacy but not actually really wanting it.
When was the last time you twerked, Alex?
I don't think I've ever twerked in my life.
You
mate.
must have.
Really? I genuinely mean that. If there's any footage that ever comes out of me twerking, I'll pay for all your pints one night. Listen, this is the exact same time they were calling for privacy. It's the exact same time saying we don't want any more media attention on us. We're sick to death of it.
They think they're having a popularity turn in their favour. The problem is the rest of the world doesn't agree. Royals aren't meant to behave like that. It's like vulgar and gross. And I don't find it funny.
No, you can't, and nor should we. However, what she's done is made this 4th birthday celebration all about her, as she does everything else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look at this. So, and I just think it's this sweet.
Harry hardly gets a look in.
This stuff. Oh yeah, you've got to say. So where that's working. Well, he does get a look, and he forces himself right in front of the camera.
And he looks an idiot.
See there.
You asked me my opinion, and I'll give it to you. If we accept your framing that she's doing this retention, well, why do you keep giving it to her then? If all she wants is for people on television to talk about her and to drive clicks to her social media, then you are doing exactly what she wants. The best thing you could possibly do is to ignore her and not give her the publicity she craves.
If this is your... Harry and Meghan, because after years of them proclaiming that they must have their privacy, Meghan has just posted this TikTok video of her dancing very pregnant in the hospital suite with Harry, just before she gave birth 4 years ago to her daughter Lilibet. It's just so bait.
Meghan is the cringiest person alive, I think.
I mean, just either just say you are desperate to be an influencer or stop banging on about wanting privacy. You can't have it both ways.
How anyone can watch that video and not think it is a couple who are in love, sharing joy and trying to make.
Why don't they keep it to themselves? These private couples.
Because they're public people and
they're not, though, are they? They're not anymore.
Also, I think your tweet about a sex tape coming next is quite disgusting
inevitable
and incredibly misogynistic.
Inevitable.
How could you possibly
inevitable
think that? Why?
Would you bet your lifetime savings?
Yes.
There will be no sex tape accidentally leaked. To turn her into the Kim Kardashian of the royal family?
I would defend her releasing a sex tape.
Remember, it's always accidental, isn't it?
Honestly, if she wants to start an OnlyFans, I'll be the first to sign up.
Really? You think it would be great for someone who's the Duchess of Sussex?
Meghan Markle is panicking. And no, this isn't just tabloid noise. The timing of South Park's latest satire couldn't be worse, and even her allies are having a hard time defending her. The hit show is reportedly taking another swing at the Duchess of Sussex, this time in a DEI-themed special. And while the episode hasn't officially aired yet, leaked storyboard sketches and Reddit discussions suggest it's going to be brutal. In one alleged scene, Cartman parodies a royal pregnancy announcement, a detail critics are already calling misogynistic and cruel, while supporters call it hilariously accurate. The backlash is building even before the episode drops, and it's colliding head-on with a wider media meltdown for Meghan. According to Forbes, the previous South Park episode, Worldwide Privacy Tour, brutally skewered the couple and reignited public debates about their credibility. That satire alone triggered headlines around the world. But this new episode, it's landing in the middle of what People magazine has called a full-blown credibility crisis for the Sussexes, highlighted by failed media deals, scrapped projects, and online backlash over Meghan's Netflix series and podcast controversies. And if social media is any indication, Meghan's PR team may be gearing up for another round of cleanup. Only this time, it might not be enough. This isn't South Park's first rodeo with royalty, and definitely not their first jab at Meghan and Harry. But last time, it wasn't just a punch, it was a full-on cultural gutting that left their image bruised on a global stage. The episode in question, the Worldwide Privacy Tour, aired in February 2023 and caused immediate chaos online. South Park introduced the Prince and Princess of Canada, who bore an unmistakable resemblance to Harry and Meghan. The animated couple stormed through media outlets waving protest signs demanding, "We want privacy," all while promoting a memoir titled Wayag. It was satire so on the nose, even longtime fans of the couple had to admit, South Park said what a lot of people were thinking. The episode aired just weeks after Harry's own memoir Spare, and their Netflix docuseries dropped, making it feel like South Park was responding in real time to the media blitz. And that timing? Brutal. Backlash exploded immediately. The hashtags WowAg, We Want Privacy, and South Park Was Right trended on X, formerly Twitter. memes flooded Reddit and TikTok. Influencers, many of whom previously supported the couple, began openly mocking them. Behind the scenes, things reportedly got tense. Sources told The Spectator and Newsweek that Meghan was upset and overwhelmed by the episode. Rumors swirled that the Sussexes were exploring legal options, though a spokesperson later denied any lawsuit. Still, the message was clear. The joke landed and it stung. What made the satire so effective and dangerous for the couple's brand was how it weaponized public skepticism. For years, Harry and Meghan had walked a tightrope between demanding privacy and profiting off personal disclosures. South Park didn't just mock them, it exposed what critics saw as their hypocrisy, and the damage wasn't just temporary. To this day, Worldwide Privacy Tour is shorthand for what many see as the couple's greatest contradiction. It stuck, it branded them, it made them punchlines. And now, with a second episode in the works, one allegedly taking aim at Meghan's pregnancy and DEI activism, fans are calling it a sequel. Critics, they're calling it a reckoning. If the first South Park episode was a jab, this one might be a knockout. And the most chilling part? It hasn't even aired yet. According to leaked storyboard sketches that surfaced on Reddit and fan forums, the upcoming South Park DEI-themed episode doesn't just revisit Meghan, it escalates the parody. One image shows Cartman directing what appears to be a mock pregnancy announcement, complete with exaggerated props, over-the-top symbolism, and a character that viewers instantly recognized as a Meghan Markle stand-in. Even the leak was enough to ignite a firestorm. On TikTok and Twitter, hashtags like #RespectTowerParody and #Meghan Meltdown started trending. The narrative split sharply down the middle. Some fans called it the most savage roast South Park has ever done, while others slammed it as personal, misogynistic, and cruel. Supporters of the show argued that South Park is simply doing what it's always done, holding up a mirror to the absurdities of celebrity culture. As one Reddit user put it, South Park didn't write this. Meghan did, they just turned up the volume. But Meghan's defenders weren't having it. The parody's alleged focus on her pregnancy was quickly labeled gendered harassment by critics, with some calling it a new low for a show that has already pushed every boundary imaginable. Even media watchdogs chimed in. A culture analyst interviewed by The Independent warned that mocking a woman's pregnancy, even satirically, flirts with a dangerous line between commentary and cruelty. But while the moral debate raged, one fact was undeniable. South Park knew exactly what it was doing. Every leak, every storyboard, every teaser seemed designed to bait backlash and generate buzz. The internet obliged. Fan-made posters, AI-generated mashups, and parody trailers flooded platforms like YouTube and TikTok. One viral meme read, South Park 2, Meghan's Revenge, spoiler alert, it's not pretty. And all of this before a single frame aired on TV. It's not just South Park. The truth is, Meghan Markle's public image has been in freefall for months, and this new parody might just be the final blow. Even before the episode's leaks began circulating, Meghan was already battling a wave of brutal press. Her latest Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, was supposed to be a lifestyle brand relaunch, a glossy, aspirational look at food, family, and modern womanhood. Instead, it flopped. Critics labeled the show tone-deaf, unrelatable, and painfully curated. One celebrity chef even described it as a Pinterest board with no soul. The backlash was swift, and it only got worse when Meghan was seen cooking with luxury Le Creuset cookware while discussing budget-friendly meals. Social media went wild. This is a thing in 2025, Meghan asked in the episode, ironically becoming the punchline of her own segment. Then came the podcast drama. Meghan's newest show, Confessions of a Female Founder, faced immediate accusations of title theft. Social media users claimed she copied the name from an existing podcast. The controversy snowballed, especially after her previous podcast, Archetypes, was quietly axed by Spotify following underwhelming engagement. That fallout led to one of the most viral soundbites of their career. A Spotify executive reportedly referred to Harry and Meghan as the effing grifters, as reported by the Wall Street Journal in 2023. And if that wasn't enough, Meghan's recent SXSW appearance, where she shared a story about being objectified early in her career, led to unexpected backlash when actress Brooke Shields called her too precious in a follow-up interview. The podcast episode where Shields made the remark, quietly deleted without explanation. The South Park parody didn't create Meghan's PR crisis, it's just the cherry on top, and the timing couldn't be worse. When your empire is built on image, the wrong punchline can turn everything to dust. While South Park fans were cheering, not everyone found the leaked content funny. In fact, some saw it as crossing a line from satire into something darker, more personal, more targeted, and more sexist. Critics quickly pointed to the episode's alleged focus on Meghan's pregnancy as a step too far. Some called it disturbing, others labeled it gendered harassment, especially because it mocked a woman's body for comedic effect. Independent reported that defenders of Meghan accused the show of launching a misogynistic attack under the guise of parody, especially in a climate where women in public life are constantly scrutinized for their appearances, choices, and motherhood. Commentators across social media picked up the thread. One viral post read, "Mocking a pregnant woman's body isn't satire. It's cowardice with a laugh track." That sentiment was echoed by a culture analyst interviewed by The Independent, who said the episode flirts with a dangerous line between commentary and cruelty. In response, the hashtag mockery is misogyny began trending, offering a sharp contrast to the pro-South Park tag Respect Our parody, which had been gaining traction since the leaks first emerged. The two sides clashed online, turning a cartoon controversy into a full-blown gender war. And the debate wasn't just theoretical, it had real cultural weight. Meghan, as one of the most high-profile women of color in the Western media landscape, has long claimed to be the target of misogynistic and racist coverage. Her supporters, this episode was just the latest in a long-running pattern of public humiliation masked as humor. But of course, not everyone agreed. Defenders of the show argued that everyone is fair game in satire, and that South Park has skewered everyone from opera to Obama to the Pope. Still, this time, the sting felt personal. As the South Park drama spreads online, the fallout isn't just hitting Meghan and Harry's Hollywood image, it's driving an even deeper wedge into the royal family feud. Behind palace doors, trust has reportedly hit rock bottom. According to royal biographer Sally Bedell Smith, King Charles and Prince William don't trust Harry and Meghan with any kind of confidential conversation. That mistrust has only grown since their opera interview, their Netflix docuseries, and Harry's bombshell memoir Spare. In an emotional BBC interview earlier this year, Harry said his father won't speak to me and confessed that he doesn't know how much longer my father has. The palace, reportedly blindsided by the comments, viewed it as yet another breach of family trust. And now, with a new wave of public mockery fueled by South Park, insiders say any progress toward reconciliation has likely evaporated. The monarchy, always concerned with optics, doesn't take kindly to repeated global embarrassments, especially ones where they're portrayed as helpless victims in a parody circus. According to The Times, senior royal advisors are now warning that continued media chaos from the Sussexes could cause irreparable reputational harm to the institution. To the public, it may look like a comedy, but behind palace gates, this isn't entertainment, it's a diplomatic disaster. And even though Meghan and Harry claim to want peace, their media choices keep lighting new fires. With every episode, every leak, every meme, those limits are being tested. From the outside, Meghan and Harry present a united front. But behind the scenes, insiders say their approach to the spotlight, and the backlash is starting to split in two. According to reports from Fox News and Elle magazine, Meghan is described as business-minded and focused, treating their public brand like a company that needs constant shaping and scaling. She's pushing ahead with podcast deals, branding partnerships, and PR campaigns, even in the face of controversy. Harry, not so much. Sources close to the couple say the Duke of Sussex is stuck in the past, emotionally weighed down by his grievances with the royal family. As one insider told Cosmopolitan, Harry is still looking for accountability from the crown, and he's not ready to let go of the pain. He's angry and he's wounded, said a source quoted by The Times. Meghan wants to move forward. He keeps looking back, and that tension is beginning to show. As Meghan gears up for more Hollywood exposure, including rumored projects with streaming giants, Harry has reportedly grown uncomfortable with the spotlight. Some say he regrets how much personal detail was shared in Spare. Others claim he's embarrassed by the mockery and is privately frustrated by how he's portrayed in shows like South Park. And while Meghan is still fighting to salvage their image, the couple's critics argue that their strategy is backfiring. Their brand, once seen as bold and independent, is now viewed as overexposed and reactive. This dynamic puts Harry in an impossible position, torn between a Hollywood empire built on vulnerability and a royal legacy built on silence. The more he speaks, the more the headlines spiral. The more Meghan pushes forward, the more fractured their public identity becomes. For Meghan Markle, this isn't just another bad headline. It's a cultural moment she can't outrun, and maybe the one she feared most. South Park didn't just mock her, it reframed her. It stripped away the PR polish, ignored the media talking points, and presented a version of Meghan that, fair or not, millions now associate with her real identity. And the worst part, it stuck. This new episode, with its leaked scenes and building controversy, isn't just adding fuel to the fire, it's setting the whole image machine ablaze. Meghan's brand, once built on empowerment and reinvention, is now tangled in hashtags, parody skits, and viral soundbites. With critics louder than ever and former allies quietly backing away, even Hollywood seems unsure what to do next. And the royal family, they've gone silent. No statements, no damage control, just distance. And that silence says everything. Because whether Meghan sees herself as a victim of unfair scrutiny or a misunderstood icon, the reality is this. Public opinion is no longer in her control. And if South Park's first swing caused a bruise, this one might leave a scar. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Should we respect their privacy, or is this what they want all along?